Welcome back. Now, in the previous video, we have learned about if-else construct. Now, if-else construct comes in handy when you have to make the program make decisions. Now, picture this. We have a program that asks the user to enter the value of 1 or 2, 3, 4, or 5, and each of it represents an alphabet. Now let's say 1 is A, 2 is B, 3 is C, 4 is D, and 5 is E. If you were to use an if-else construct, you will need 5 of it. 5 ifs and 1 else. Now what if we could actually decrease the amount of codings? We can use switch case construct. Now the limitation with switch case construct is that you can only match the thing. Like let's say for example, the value that you put in the condition cannot be a range. You cannot say 1 to 10 or 2 to 20. You can only put if it's equals to 1, then execute this code. If it's equal to 2, execute this code. That's the only limitations. Now I'll demonstrate that right now. Now this is how a switch case construct would look like. Switch, and you put in a variable in here with no semicolon. Switch marks. Now you've opened the switch case construct. Now you have to open the curly brace. Now if marks is an integer, let's put case 1 then. If it's equals to 1, then printf a \n and break. Do not forget about break. I'll explain more about that later. And case 2 colon printf b and another break. So you see how this flows. It goes for the same as case 3, case 4, and case 5. Now at the end, it's more of the programmer's choice to put the default or not. Default. Now what default means is that default for switch case construct is the same as else for if. So if it doesn't match 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, then it goes into default. Now default printf may be an error because the user can only enter 1 to 5. Sorry, my bad over here. It's supposed to be here. And this is supposed to be here. Semicolon. Now you close the curly brace. Now why do we use a break? Now if we do not use a break for this one, let's see, if the user enters marks as 1, this is marks, it's an integer type, and if the user enters 1, if we do not have the break, let's say break does not exist over here, case 1, it uses marks to compare with this over here. Now is 1 equals to 1? It is true. So it enters in here. In the console box, it will show you A. Now without the break, it goes straight to the second case and it outputs B. And then without a break at case 2, we go into default. Error. Now you see the problem here. Without a break, it will not be possible to give only one output. It will go straight down continuously. But if we have a break over here, let's say marks is 2, then 2 is not equals to 1, it ignores case 1. Then it comes to case 2. 2 is equals to 2, so it print B. So in this new console, let's ignore this one, we only have a B over here. Then with the break, what the break does is that it tells the program to skip all the conditions below and go straight to the end of the switch case construct. Switch case, it goes to the end and exits this whole thing over here. So what you have is, if you enter 2, you only have B. Now if without the break, if you enter 2, you will have B and you will have error if you were not to use the break, right? So let's do a bit of coding. Include stdio.h int main. This is a bracket. Open curly brace. Now we have integer for marks. Now let's say we only have 1 is equals to A and 2 is equals to B to shorten the program. Alright, so printf, enter marks. So the user enters it using scanf. So it will accept a digit. It puts it into marks. I hope you're familiar with this. Now, next is switch case construct. Switch with the variable inside marks. So open curly brace, we have case 1 colon printf A. Printf A and a break. Now, next we have case 2 printf B. We also have a break. And next is optional for the programmer to put in a default or not. The program will still run without a default. Printf error. Now, we don't have to put a break over here because when it comes to default, immediately it exits. So it's optional also to put a break for the default. So this is how the program is, and we should close also the outer curly brace corresponding to this curly brace. So there we have it, a program that uses switch case construct and outputs. Remember, it has to be equals to the condition over here. You cannot put in a range. You cannot say case more than 10. It's not possible. We can only put exact figures in here. Case 1, case 2, and default. Now this is switch case construct. It's simple, it's easy. It can be used in conjunction with if else, or can even replace if else, depending on the situation. Both have the same things. I mean, if else construct and switch case construct, they do the same things. If is this, it goes into that, or else it goes into the other one. It's a decision construct. I hope you've understood about switch case construct. In the next video, I'll talk about loops. Thank you for listening. Bye.